Russian missiles unleashed on the Ukrainian port city of Odessa. A curfew is in place after at least one person was killed and several buildings were destroyed. And for more what's happening on the ground in Ukraine, John Gambrell joins us live. John, as we just heard, Odessa under heavy fire. Why is Russia attacking this particular city?
There seems to be two reasons potentially why Russia is targeting Odessa. The first is that Odessa is a really crucial port city on the Black Sea, and a lot of Ukrainian grain moves through this city onward to the rest of the world. You have to keep in mind that Ukraine is like the breadbasket of the world, and that's part of the reason why we've seen global food prices jump since the war started, is because we can't get this Ukrainian grain out due to Russian naval activity in that area. The second is that the Russians may be trying to pin down Ukrainian forces in the western part of the country so they can't be deployed to the east. Now, you have to keep in mind that Odessa is also next to this breakaway region of Moldova, and Russia had suggested that it wanted to create basically a land bridge from its current holdings all the way across southern Ukraine to Moldova. So attacking Odessa both pins down these Ukrainian troops, disrupts Ukrainian shipping, as well as potentially opens the door for a second front in the west.
John, you are in the west, but of course, we're looking for some clarification what's happening in Mariupol in the southeast of Ukraine. Officials there say at least 100 civilians are still left inside the Azovstal steel plant. Meanwhile, Russia and Ukraine earlier said they had all been evacuated. Any clarification on that?
This came as a surprise to a lot of people who'd been following this siege that's been going on for weeks now in Mariupol, this really valuable city on the Sea of Azov. What appears to have happened is that Ukraine had said that all elderly, women and children, civilians had been evacuated a couple of days ago. Russia backed that up, and the United Nations also said that it appeared all the civilians were out. Now what we have is an official down in Mariupol saying that maybe they're not. We have maybe as many as 100 still there. And the reason this has happened, according to those Ukrainian fighters who are still in the complex, is the fact that there are some 24 kilometers of underground tunnels that are in this system. Apparently, these Ukrainian fighters only have access to the areas that they're in, so there may be other areas that they can't access due to Russian fire, which just continually hits this facility, where these civilians could be hiding. Now, I have to caution that there still seems to be a lot of confusion over this, but the fact that there may be more civilians there could see Russia potentially pause some of its fire or see them intensify fire in their effort to try to take this last bastion of Ukrainian hold in this city.
And thanks for that, John Gambrell, with all those updates from Lviv in western Ukraine.